All right. Yeah. So this is Black to Fall on PS4. I guess wrapping up the horror block to something a little bit different. Resident Evil and Silent Hill. We'll roll with it anyway. So this will be any percent, and I guess so. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Right. So as with any good game, you start with a loading screen, dropping down in the not safe right now elevator. Everybody's a little bit too close, so we're going to have to distance ourselves. And the first couple of rooms are just little puzzles. The whole game is a puzzle platformer, basically. It's kind of creepy, more creepy than like straight up horror. I guess it depends on your definition, but definitely. So we're gonna be looking to get through the puzzles as quickly as possible. We're gonna try not to die, or at least accidentally, and smaller options throughout the of movement will be this run jump type. I'm just gonna refer to it as rumping. So we'll be rumping our way through. Basically, we are a machinist stuck in this oppressive regime. We are toiling away and trying to escape. So we're coming up to the first kind of skill-based puzzle. Fortunately, this guard is on. It's what's a kind of a for him to see that poor fellow and shove him along. So we're gonna try a specific setup here. We need this crank to go about a 1 3/4 turn. If this works, the platform will break the top and middle panes of glass, and that'll allow us to skip the next part. You can see it in the distance. There's some bikes and a red light. Okay, we got it. Now the hard part. Well, that was kind of hard part, but we also have to make this jump. All right. If you fall down, you die, and you just have to do that whole part again. So we skipped that part with the bike. Usually you have to get on the middle bike, and you have to wait for the scanner light to pass you. So obviously the guards and the lasers and this machine gun come up are not your friends. Now this is going to be, I'll try this a few times. You can, nope. This might not work. One more. Normally you just wait by this first. Okay, that's fine. We'll go the old school slow route. The timing on this is kind of weird. Basically you can jump. There's a little piece of grass I use as kind of like my indicator, and you can make it across without getting lit up by the machine gun, and it saves a few seconds obviously, but it's not the end of the world. I think you can try it like 2 or 3 times before it really just isn't worth going for it. So basic puzzle. I'm glad we got the first skip because that was more of a. Now we're going to show them who's boss. Now we run into our first little. Got a control device. Use this. Activate button, and we'll mind control our fellow comrades. Now, I guess part of the game, some social commentary and reflection on history. These guys, and we just kind of leave them behind. So, and that's going to be one of the glitch devices right there, is backing up into gates and fences. If you back up with the laser pointing the opposite direction and jump, it can do some weird stuff. We'll clip through some fences and gates later on, but it's just something kind of and speaking of funny, the guy had it start if you played on different or on PC. Yeah, like, what was it? Like the Russian hat, and it looks like it keeps. One of the trophies for the PS4 had to do something with this. I don't remember. You get this hat and you're kind of stuck with it. It lightens the mood. So yeah, we use the kind of. We'll just kind of skip the last part of that puzzle. We're gonna take an intentional death coming up to kind of make these guards move a little. Rubber duck fascination, pulling the lever for us. So we're just gonna sneak up to the gate, wait for it to rise up. So he's like, use our little activate this elevator. Yeah. A big floor. So we got some more control. Rather simple. So we'll get that guy to. He's gonna crank the projector. We're gonna have to get past this guard eventually. And we'll stop the projector a little bit early. It saves a couple seconds, and then we're gonna set ourselves up for the. We want to be at the very end of this off and kind of maximize how far we go. This guard's going to be confused and want old style footage that isn't moving. Going to judge, we are just going to move on by. We got some more elevators. This next section, we're going to rearrange our buddies and use the get through this puzzle of deception. We'll get that. Take care of the laser scanner thing. There we go. Just pretty straightforward. Teamwork makes the dream work, and then we leave our team behind. It's kind of messed up. I guess that's the horror in, and then we are perhaps. But yeah, a little bit of this puzzle. I'm hoping more people will run this game. In the meantime, so cannot get without him, so we're just going to wait. We use the new metal pipe thing. New mechanic. I think we'll see a couple more times. The lethal lava lane. It's a little bit of all. And feel free to find a way to skip this part, and I will be. Now, I feel like I'm gonna jinx it, but the only bad part about this part is if you don't make the jump at the very end, you have to do this whole wait. Do that. Okay. That is taking the jump. Do some more rumping. Cheap surprise for anybody on the first play. Let's see if we got. Alright, we made this guy. Point out peak physical. Maybe that don't go through. That's fine. Maybe that's part of the communist perks, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, he's apparently great pull-ups, great squats, good some on the elevator ride. But yeah, you just light up that, you're gonna get the door to close as such. Ride the elevator back up, and we're going to use that laser. We're going to spin the wheel and forward. This next room is a little bit more interesting. There's a couple different ways. We're going to wait for this guard to come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Any day. There. So he'll do his little walk. We need him to go 1, 2, 3, 4, a circle. So he won't hear us open that trap door. We're gonna open this other trap door. Deceptive gameplay going on. We're going to do that and peace out before he notices. Next room, bit of rumping. Just a little bit different. You have to put it in the little receptacle on the left, and right to play with the reflective pipe up top. And just go to the right. Go! Oh, the room for air getting that one cycle on the elevator and the lasers going up and down is pretty tough. So got a little bit lucky there. Try and skip. Cool. There's a certain spot where you can run jump and it'll just make it. It's pretty weird. I'm glad we got that. Again, most of these time saves doing the tricks, it's only a few seconds. It adds up over something fun to kind of try. This the rotating laser, and there's a little button up top. And get back up there and use the. So everything's kind of tied together. You just gotta get murdered, as with most games. So let's get a wall across, then we'll bring the wall. Times I get I go for a jump and down, so get do another. Keep going down. I guess not sunnier time, side time. If you've ever played Inside, probably looks a little. Gameplay-wise, it's pretty similar. It was kind of like the cheat man, which I could see. I understand. So we got a little bit of, and we will get a little bit of a cut. Maybe a little 20-30 second break to catch your breath and think of that has gone wrong up in the runs. I mean, you could be on a awesome run at this point. Yep. Save a little bit of time besides just knowing where they'll kind of go through them. Instead of pulling your switches, opportunities where you can have to do that. Again, like a delayed jump, if you get to a ledge, kind of go almost like a step up, and that gives you need to make to pull yourself up. What's coming up? They're pretty hit or miss. That's kind of weird. So I'll go. I edge the ledge off of this platform. You don't have to go all the way. A little bit of a delayed. All right, we made. And it might not be. Okay. Here you can kind of, if you like, late enough, you can doing this where you deploy yourself. Sometimes those pipes. That's kind of cool. Ledge grab. Not the end of the world, but not the quickest way you can do it. So we're gonna drop down, just kind of at this point you can pretty much hold sprint and jump in either direction, and it kind of just jump section of right here. Here we're just gonna do a few more jumps in situation. I always think of it kind of like wars, but a little less fun. So we're just gonna hop up here. We'll do some fence push-ups while waiting. A little sweat going, a little action. So that finishes its little cycle. We're going to drop down. Balance is key, so we're just gonna have that tilt. Gonna hop, gonna pull ourselves up. A lot of pulling yourself. We do have a kind of a major skip coming up, I guess you want to call it. We're going to into pretty hot thing. Usually it'll come out. You have to pull, try and jump into it at the very last second, and that should put us on the other side, okay, or not, of the puzzle. We'll try. Usually try and come on. There. So it's kind of dark. Play it safe, not get burnt. Now, so we are actually jumping over the fence normally. To be quiet for this part, because okay. All right, we made it through. There's 4 bursts of steam that you have to make your way. I didn't with part really was tough. Based on dump. Kind of you gotta see our metal gears that kind of deal with them the rest of the run. It's whatever. It scares me every time. So there's your jump scare. I'll be scared just as much as you guys, maybe. We should do pretty well not getting hit. There's one spot where it might happen. Quite right. And he's so the everyman, the every machinist. We're gonna escape one way or the other. See the metal will leave us a stat. Sometimes I'm always strength, I guess, if you want to call it that. Like sometimes they'll fly across, they'll slowly go down. Really doesn't matter. I don't know, but it's kind of weird. Sometimes you don't get to that, you want to go way too far and you have to come back. So, ourselves a nice little boat ride coming up. It's what to do. We have 4 scanners that luckily we can use this kind of the boat cabin to hide from them if they do. Sometimes like position the right spot and they won't see you. What will happen this run? I don't know. Gotten lucky a couple times, so I'm not really expecting. Come on. Nope. Okay, that's fine. Go right. Nope. Okay. 0 for 3. You can do that trick on the last guy, but that's fine. You can just pretend like you're. It's not weird. We'll find ourselves a new little buddy to play with. Kind of the star of the show. He's and like we've left behind, kind of mind control him. use him as a step stool, which you'll see in just a couple seconds. So we are not somebody like a little robot dog. I think he's kind of like a bug, more so, but we'll just call him a little robot buddy. And he's going to be helping us out for the rest of the run, pretty much. We do part ways eventually, but no, I guess we don't get back together at the end. In the PC version, I think the Switch, I might be wrong on that one. You at the very end, spoiler alert, like you get to see credits and pick. You get reconvene with you, but I think this one will just rumping a sad and afraid. I guess not sad anymore if we made it out, but that's usually if you're rumping sad and alone. So we'll see here. We're going to lift, do some pull-ups while we. This next part, time it doesn't do anything. It might actually kind of funny looking, so I'm going to try it. Using the kind of walk backwards with the laser pointing the other, better name. Going to situation, and we're going to jump on top of the crusher. Unfortunately, the little puzzle right after this is just like a cycle. So it all, we're just gonna hop on a box and ride it. That sounds doing it that way. It's that the robot does. Come on, buddy. Come on. If that kind of good. We got lucky. He came out. We made it out. I think now's a good time. We got another few seconds of just riding. We'll do this puzzle. Oh,
that sounds like a good place to patients, which I sadly don't have any of. I wish I had something to read. However, plug the next incentive for the next run after this. Quote in-game some tricks in there, so we can listen to pretty much whatever we cloth soundtrack, original paper your door, or pentakill. If you is now.
Like the Bad Fur Day one. Just have a whole weird soundtrack mashup. This puzzle throws a lot of people whenever I watch. I'm hung up, and this is definitely one of them. It's a weird one. Nobody ever thinks to like jump on it, but so we're gonna try and clip through this part. Oh, I thought I had it. Now the time it would save is on at this point. Alright, that was lame. You can clip through that and kind of save yourself from climbing up and over, but it'd be like that sometime. So, to another frustrating part of the game. Might be my least favorite part, just because the platforming at Anawaki. So this could go one. It's a good start, and then sometimes a robot doesn't block on it, and that's always a fun surprise. All right, cool. So that's nice. This next part, gears may or may not. I'm gonna hope not. We're gonna try and do a little 1, 2, 3, 4. A little optimization. I'm gonna try and just sneak past this guy. S.A. Maybe. We're gonna see the train that we don't get run over by. You can actually hop onto the last car of that train. A cutscene where you're just hanging out. So if you ever want to kill a minute or two, then, or if you want to kill like 4 minutes, or play any of the bar. I mean, a weird but cool incentive is just it's like you sitting in the car in a bunch of sheep. Probably should have just worked that into the run and pretended that was like part. It's like you can't get past the next puzzle unless you do this, and then everybody with the sheep.
Sounds like you have a new category, sheep.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna put out some fires. Okay, we're gonna put out some fire. Going. Now, I don't know if it's but if you fall into water to death, so even that little bit of pipe right there, that will kill you. So make sure to. We're gonna do a kind of a weird setup for this puzzle. Right after you jump, be weird. So this probably won't work just because. Okay, we're good. You have the jump flotation device. Almost a delayed jump is probably preferred. Don't puzzle over again, and you're doing it which loses a little bit of time. A huge time save doing it. A little bit more fun. Challenge. At least we get some in the background. Not really. Looking happy thoughts, but something. We start to see, like theme park. On the top right, you got a roller coaster. Unfortunately, you cannot ride the roller coaster wheel. You can handle. I guess we'll do that. We're gonna be run right. Why not? But it doesn't really do anything. Run, unfortunately. If you like holding, not really doing much. This part we're going to move the steam over a little bit, and we're going to try and get our robot buddy to jump up there. There's this one little part. There we go. And that'll save us from having to run all the way to the left, getting him on the plank, running all the way, cranking this. So we're going to use the steam side, and that allows us to climb up. We're going to send our buddy to the other side and use the weight of him to get this up there. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. No problem. Puzzles, if you don't get it, it can really set you back. This one's a little... There we go. So that's why like it can be really bad sometimes, or it can be screw up. Lava flow puzzle earlier, or not really puzzle, auto scroller. If you screw that up, that's, you know, just kiss 30 seconds. There's a clip here. I don't know. This one's pretty. These clips, for some reason, actually work. I think on this. And PS4. All right. Nope. Wanted to try it. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. There's one more spot where that type of clip will. I didn't get the first one. Didn't get the second one. Maybe we'll get the third one. We'll turn on the Ferris wheel for kicks. I don't know if you'll see it move by the time we get off screen. Wait. All right. There it goes. It's moving. Oh. Okay. So I guess you could see it. Skillfully dodge that plank. That is a run killer. And then we're going to do this next puzzle. So we're going to set up our robot on that button. That's going to bring down this claw machine, and our prize is a big chunk of... Oh. So I'm going to hop off of that and then get the robot off before it can take away our escape device. Because once it goes up to the very top, it'll start moving to the right. And a little bit of teamwork, again, makes the nightmare. Right behind us. Little scenic ride over the desolate. Really laggy today. Kind of wonky sometimes. I really hope it doesn't crash. It's one of those times crash and then you always expect it, even if it's only been like hundreds of runs. But I'm in a situation. Hopefully that does not happen. If it does, it'll be fun. But for a stool, hop up. Oh, next part, if you are a fond lover of robots and don't look away. Are we gonna try? We had a little setup. This will pick up, but the audio setup for that was probably a better system through, but I mean, just pretend you can, and yeah.
I thought that was intentional.
Spirit and her voice say it's fine. He can swim a mechanical, but we die. It's whatever. Nope. We'll just stay out of the. I don't know why we just don't hop on the robot from the get-go and just like ride it out, kind of give it the press, get out. But maybe this puzzles and I don't know, do it. So we're gonna try a weird setup for this. Sometimes you scanner. All right, and get our robot over here. Now it will go back to his normal routine and kind of start scanning to the. But while we get this next little bit set up, we got to climb up the not ocean. Break that box, and we can get back to our. Get close enough, but not too close, because we will get got if we get too close. We've got a clip coming up with infamous walking backwards, pointing the laser the opposite direction. Skip clip thing. So, Crusher scene. I think there's a theme going on with Crusher. We're just going to walk back, pretend like it's not there, and just hop our way to freedom. At least from that puzzle. It was a nice one because that puzzle was always a pain in the. So, got a nice little cozy way to get through that without too much of a sweat. But there's only a few puzzles left. Unfortunately, the last section of this game, there's not really anything you can do about it. At least it's pretty straightforward. There's not really much RNG or anything like that outside of first guard cycle. Everything on. It's all a cycle, so you kind of know what's coming. There's no any surprises that should pop up. This is really the last puzzle. A ways to go, but it's not even. ducking and running. So, but we'll get our distraction to hide alcove. We're gonna hop over here and start the. We'll just wait it out. So that is not how you wait here, not get murdered. Normally, while the weird robot nest is coming at you, and robot's going to the right, you kind of work your way up and then you jump over. But we'll do it the at least it's a lot safer. So I guess there's now this is the last spot you can try and do the clip with the robot. We'll see. Okay. Maybe.
Mind if I?
Yeah.
We have a $5 donation from with the comment. He donated $5. The comment says, "Still don't have any donation to during Claw." It's really how are we just gonna listen to nothing? That sounds.
Just silence, no commentary, nothing. Absolute silence. Protesting against public transportation, which I don't endorse at all. We're gonna get around this. For some reason, if you enter in kind of a weird specific spot, you can. Normally, there's a cutscene where you get on the bus. You get pulled over by the guards. You think you're making it out, and you get got. It saves a few seconds. It's more just the funny visual of it all, and then all of a sudden we are just going to magically appear in a little prison cell. So, if you have any dabbing modes, here we go. We're gonna dab our way to freedom. Never let dabbing go away. It's about 6 or 7 of these, and we should give the pipe a little love tap, and then we'll splat ourselves out. Now, this last part of the speedrun is the really slow part. Our machinist, he's been through a lot. He's pretty battered and messed up. He gets kind of dragged off the bus. So the link dab is pretty dope. So we got to finish this at pace, but at this pace, we are actually it can go slower if you just walk, but we'll be doing our I don't even know what a sad shuffle, I guess, is what this is. But we're going to round this corner. Things are getting a little bit more serious. You're seeing a bunch of bodies. A little bit creepier. I guess you can kind of like hear screaming or something in the background. You start to actually hear some music, which is kind of nice. So the last few minutes, you get kind of this atmospheric piano coming up. It's nice, moody, kind of optimistic. We're gonna take an intentional death coming up here to move that laser on the scanner on the left. So just take the temporary L right here, and then that moves the laser past us. We're going to wait for its shadow to create a safe zone. There we go. Follow that quickly and Alright. Since we left our room, we're going to need somebody else to piggyback off of. So here we go. We do some last pull-ups. His legs may be messed up, but his arms are still raring to go.
And we finally have a donation. We know what we have an option for what we're listening to during Claw. TRSCP donates $5 and says, let's get some juicy music going.
Nice.
So if you don't like 8-bit music and would rather listen to something other than 8-bit music, we $5 in the lead. Very easy to take the lead from that. All you have to is $6. That's math.
Are in your. So, a little bit more creepy. We got some strange looking bags. I don't know what's in them. I don't want to know. I think you probably know. We're going to drop this chute, and I think those are shoes that are coming out, so not creepy. But fortunately, we're going to be using the shoes as a way to hop out of here. Ideally, you want to be off screen before all objects stop falling from this little chute. Yeah. But we'll leave those seconds. Yeah, so this is the big payoff of like the whole game. If the game is horror, I would put this as shining example. So yeah. So a little bit more on the creep. We're gonna try not to join these guys, at least in the long run. So we'll I'm dead, even though he's not very good at playing dead, so it's fine. As long as you're good enough, that's all that matters. So we're gonna pop out once that scanner's gone. You can hear the piano, hopefully. Nice little eerie piano coming in. These big old doors we're gonna try and muscle our way through. And then we've made it. So our wild ride is slowly but surely coming to an end. One more big to do. Very true, very true. Slumping ain't easy. One more big door. This guy's not having it. I don't blame him. Maybe it's the I'm gonna call him unconscious guy behind him. So that is the building. That is what it looks like when I try and cook. But move past that. You see this metal gear just kind of hanging out. So yeah. Once we slowly but surely make our way over, there we go. Gonna hop in there, get a little bit of a cutscene. Now these people, they're kind of gonna get out of the way. It looks like walk over a couple of them, but we'll pretend that they're fine. No big deal. They're not the targets. We got our eyes set on that big wall over there. So that guard up there, he can kiss off. Now hopefully this wall, again, like the crashes, it's pretty random and very rare, but sometimes the wall does not come down. So hopefully that it comes down this time. So we got our buddy on the left there climbing up. He's going to be waving the flag, and you will see that in pictures coming up. Come on, Metal Gear. We believe in you. The crowd believes in you. You can do it. Please do it. One more, I think. Okay, we're good. So if you're on a good run and you get to that point, that's a bit of a butt clincher because you're just hoping that it goes through. So yeah, it's just pretty much a minute of romping at this point. We are going to be seeing pictures of the actual kind of Romanian chaos that I think was the 80s or 90s. It really 2000s. Oh crap!
Yeah.
So yeah, this was really recent. That picture doesn't look like it. So this is kind of like what the game is based on. You get the government communism feel going on. So I guess that back to the more horror aspect too, that this is legit and people had to go some crazy stuff. The guards apparently are yelling things in Romanian that guards would actually yell at the people. So yeah, we got some credits, and time will be coming up once the screen goes black and the character goes all the way across off screen. And you can roll credits. There's a little lever here, which is kind of cool, so you can start those up. So yeah, Sans Sailor Studio, This is Black Fall. Check it out if you like puzzle platformer games, and that is time. So yeah, appreciate Midwest Speed Fest, all the people putting this together, all the runners, commentators, donators, people watching. It's been a great first day so far, and looking forward to a bunch of good runs. And yeah, really enjoyed it. That was
a great first day indeed. It's not even done yet.
Nope.